Welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity. Here to do a collective energy reading for my Clarityempress collective. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. Alright, let's get started, family. Make sure when you subscribe, you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. And you won't miss a beat, because you never know. Oh, let me shut my door. Yep. So what's good, family? What's good with you, collective? We're about to get started. We do a live donation readings tonight. When the pink comment comes up, you'll know what to do. Then and only then. Oh. Welcome, y'all. Alright, so we starting off with Moonology tonight. Today is the summer solstice, which is one of the longest days of the year. Let's see if my other deck has something about that in there, and then I'll read it. Hold on, y'all. I'll touch this deck in a minute. Temple Love. I don't need that one. Might need that tonight. Prepare it, bro. Okay. Crow up. Star codes. I don't know why I have that here. Alright. Bear with me as I line up my decks for tonight, because Spirit says, switch it up. Alright, we about to get started. I just wanted to see if I have something about the summer solstice here. This is the time for endings and renewals. Let me see. Sword, clarify, activate. No. I thought I did. I was hoping it did, but no, nothing about that. So look up the summer solstice. I'm sorry, the winter solstice. I don't know why I kept saying summer. The winter solstice. Look that up. And how it will impact you today. What do you need to purge? What do you need to let go of? And then what do you need to renew within yourself, right? So, we're about to get started, y'all. Bear with me. Peace, Carmen. Alright, we're about to start the collective off. Spirit, give me a message. What is the collective looking forward to during this winter solstice, longest day of the year energy, where the next day, the days are going to start to get longer, but we're in this longer space of darkness to reveal what to us, Spirit? I know, right? Meditate and contemplate. That's perfect. That is perfect energy. Because right now, that is the best space energetically to be in, is to meditate and to contemplate. What is your next move? What are you going to do with yourself? And what are you going to... do you want to plant? What is the seed that you want to plant? What is it that you want to release? What can't go forward with you in your next chapter, in your next cycle? Like, what is it that you need to, you know how they have Lent and people give things up, but what is it that you need to give up in your character? You know, not just a, oh, I want to stop eating meat, or, you know, I'm going to not drink coffee or something like that. No, not that. What is it about you that you need to stop doing? That just cannot go in your next chapter. It doesn't serve you. It's not helping you in any way. What is it that you need to release? And if you haven't evaluated, let this be the question that sparks that evaluation within. Because there always is something we can shed that makes us lighter. You know what I mean? Lessens our burden. Shame, guilt, pride, regret, you know, all those things that just they just keep up a lot of energy within you, but they don't really help you. What can you move on? What can you let go of? All right, let me see what the Moonology says about this new moon in Pisces. All right, this card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that is connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're on to a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac. And the new moon in Pisces card could suggest a last ditch chance to make your dreams come true. And if I'm not mistaken, we might be in a new moon of Pisces right now. I feel like we are, but I can't check it. So if anybody wants to, please go ahead and add that in the comments. What new moon are we currently in or about to be in? Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Namyo Narami. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotions, idealisms, and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and unconsciousness. Its energy is deep like watery depths, like the watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. Like, listen, basically, if you've been in Delulu energy because it feels good and you don't want to let go of something because you want that something or that some person, and you know that person is not good for you, Spirit is basically saying it's time. It's time to see it for what it is and let go if it's no good. Now, it conversely could be bringing something good towards you if, in fact, you are making clear, conscious decisions about your emotions. All right. That's a strong card to start with. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, fiery climax approaches. That's a full moon in Aries. I'm gonna get back to that. There is some interesting endings coming, um, and they may be. It's given like, well, that's my past energy. So it's given like somebody already had the argument, already had the discussion, already had whatever disagreements and conflicts they've already been had. So a fiery climax approaches because there's going to be a power struggle, a war of some sort, because somebody is fighting for their independence or fighting for their freedom, fighting for their mind, right? You know, with that meditate and contemplate Pisces card, fighting for the truth. Like, you know, let the delusion go and let me fight for the truth. Done and dusted. Something more spirit. Ooh. Prosperity lies ahead. I say, money, money, money. So with good planning, new moon in Taurus, money coming. Just chant, money comes to me easily. Money wants me. What else? Allow the flow. I allow the flow of abundance and money to come toward me. Like I open that channel up. I will not block money to come my way. You gotta find your financial affirmations. So if you have a weird relationship with money and a struggle with money, it's time to change the way you think about money. Tell me more. You are good enough. Yeah. Talk nicely to yourself, okay? The what's that, full moon in Virgo? Talk nicely to yourself. You are good enough. I found myself having some thoughts about that earlier personally. I was thinking, I am such and such and such, but I would never, I never say that out loud. You know what I mean? Like it's a title about myself that I act in, but I don't claim. You know, I don't present myself in that way, but I do. Right? So I go through the act with the words I don't say. Like let's just say, for example, I could be an upcoming queen, right? So I'm a princess, right? And everybody greets me as princess, but I never call myself princess. I just don't. I know what I am, right? But everybody else knows what I am, but I don't say, "Oh, I'm the princess." I talk about myself in a regular fashion, but to elevate myself is not what I do. I feel like people need to now claim that elevated status. If you put in the work and the efforts and the time and all that it takes to be that, it's time to acknowledge that's who you are. You know, if you are, let's just say you're a community leader or you're a business person or you are a principal or you are something in your field, whatever your field is, it's time to recognize you're good enough. Know your skills, know your the energy, the time that you put in, you know, the efforts that you put in. And if you need more time, hey, you know how they ask you on those applications, they'll say, are you beginner, advanced, or intermediate? Well, where are you at? Where do you fall in? Be that. You're good enough at that. Even if you're a beginner, you're good enough. If you're good enough, tell me more, spirit. A new start is coming. Oh, shit. All right, new moon. Tell me more, spirit. We got new energy, new, and a new in the new year coming. Confidence is your key to success. I was just talking about that with just acting like and knowing that you are good enough. Take time to breathe out, meditate, decide what it is you're going to take in this new year. Whether it's the Gregorian calendar or April 1st, you go with whatever you go with. Take time to contemplate what your next moves, next steps are going to be. And plan them wisely. Recognizing that you are good enough. You have a new start coming. Some things might be a little challenging. It all depends on what you got going on. You might have some challenges, but ultimately, confidence will be your key to success. Don't let nobody tell you you less than what you are. Don't accept that old mindset. And if that was you talking down to yourself, you got to find some compassion. All right, I like reading a book on this one. So let's see. With fiery climax. Let me see. Full moon Aries. And I'll just give you the short version. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. Peace. When emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. So, yeah, I do feel like the arguments, the discord, the frustrations, that has already transpired. Spirit is basically clearing your way when whomever and whatever is going on, blocking you, challenging you, arguing with you, whatever. All right, so now we got the new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. It don't lie behind you. So whatever you coming out of was not your prosperity. Wherever you going to, that's where your prosperity is. It says you will soon be able to afford the things you are dreaming of. Get clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. It says get or give a massage, health, body, and mind. That's attuned to the moon. We often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. So you are already living the dream, answered prayers, right? You may want to do more, but guess what? Somebody is already wanting what you have. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditation, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it is a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. Okay, a new start is coming. Let's see, new moon. Where is that at? What moon is that? New moon. Mm-hmm. We're getting in that process, y'all. Had the kids and everybody was cleaning. I'm washing clothes. All right. I was looking at this office. I gotta get in this office and do some stuff. All right. So with the new moon, a new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. That's the truth. I see it when I believe it. Okay, that's what the attuned to the moon said. I see when I believe it. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time when the moon is invisible and a time of rebirth. It is a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. Y'all, you know that veil is thin as hell. You see right through that mug now. All right, new moon in Leo. It's the likely outcome. So I feel like we have to walk into this new chapter with confidence. Like, period. Like, you can't falter on your confidence. You got to realize who you are. All right, it says, a time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. Leo is a sign of big and brave-hearted lion, and of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, the new moon card and the Leo new moon comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. So it's time to take some pride in who you are, y'all. This new chapter, the new you, is a blessing. And you got to remember that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the Sag energy in me, the Gemini energy in me, but I tend to see people's potential in ways they don't see it. People tell me their talents all the time, and I'm like, wow, you sound like a great blah, 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 or a wonderful such and such and such. And I mean that, like, sincerely. But I find that a lot of us don't see what others see in us. And it's not that we have to see everything in somebody else's lens, but we truly are awesome, and we don't recognize our own awesomeness in whatever it is that we are about, do, or just being, right? Just being a good human being. That in and of itself is enough. When we got, the world is flooded with a lot of negativity and problems and selfishness and narcissism and all that stuff. When you are being better than that, when you're not, you know what I'm saying, out in this world hurting people, you already got a leg up on a lot of folks. Because you're not out here doing dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh, here it is. I realize I got too many decks out and open. It is time to put some stuff up. Okay. What do I want? Oh, my crazy, sexy love notes. There we go. Here we are. I feel like an oracle night tonight, y'all. I don't know. Just doesn't feel like too much tarot tonight, but we'll see. All right, crazy, sexy love notes. Spirit, what other messages do we need about going on to this new chapter in our lives? Because I feel like we are going through a deep transformation. The planets are supporting that. The purge is different. Tell me in the chat, y'all. Is it me, or is it that this particular year... Now, I feel like every year has its own energy when it goes out. But this year feels a bit different. I can't explain it. For me, other than that, I guess the best way is that my optimism is higher than ever before. I have a lot to look forward to. I know people who have a lot to look forward to. So the energy is not as dark, even though if you point to the physical evidence, it's harder to see that optimism, I guess. So I know people that are starting new ventures, starting new jobs, letting go of jobs. Some people I know are just literally taking a leap of faith. They don't know where they're going to go, what they're going to do. They don't know. But they're trusting, if that makes sense. So people I know, good, close to me, not as close to me, don't matter. People I know are going through this transformation where they're willing to release things in order for the spirit to help direct and guide them to their purpose or where they need to be. Tell me more, spirit. Spruce up your nest. See, this is back to Decluttering. This card is about decluttering. And we just talked about that in one of these cards. I think the Virgo one or the new moon. And it says, it's time for a little spring cleaning. Your home is sacred and your surroundings matter. Honor where you recharge and fill it with beauty. Make space by giving away or donating what you don't need. Your clutter could be someone else's goal. Plus, when we have less to process physically, we have more room to process emotionally. A clear head and a new room for great art awaits. Spruce up your fabulous nest. So go ahead. If you're in that energy of releasing things, throwing stuff up, cleaning stuff up, that's the best energy to be in. I did a little purging yesterday. I got a lot more to go. I feel like I'm always purging though, for real. Not like actively, but like, I feel like the cycle never ends. Like you have to go back and purge. You just have to. Tell me more, Spirit. So reconsider your commitments. Look at that. Yes. No, 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 no. And y'all remember, no is a full sentence. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. And notify. So you get notified whenever time I come on. Thanks for coming to the channel. It says, have you piled so much on your plate that there's little room for you? Identify what truly matters and graciously decline the rest. There's a universe of meaningful opportunities on the other side of no. In fact, every no makes space for the perfect yes. Your freedom is closer than you think. So don't be afraid to say no so you can make room for the right yes. No is a full sentence. You don't have to explain yourself all the time. Remember that. Make waves. It's your turn to make a splash and rock a few creaky boats. Don't be afraid to get wet. You may fail. You may look foolish. Or you may make people think in a new way. Every great trailblazer and change maker makes waves. You are no different. Wow, I don't remember reading that card. But this is what I was saying earlier, that when you recognize who you are, you can call yourself that, and you could take a chance, a leap of faith with that. Like I said, if people hold you in high honor because of what you do and who you are, it's time to embrace that. Go ahead and make your waves. Let everybody feel that, see that, know that. You can't please everyone. And this is the part. So this is in the challenge and the lesson. And part of this is giving that energy of everybody is not the same. If you look at that, everybody's not the same. Everybody's not going to think the same. And that's okay, right? You can't please everybody. But ultimately, you need to make sure that you please yourself. When you're focused on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness. But you have beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your magnificent self. So listen, this is about you being yourself. When you go into this next chapter, leave those people pleasing ways. Stop seeking all that outside validation. How do you feel about you? That's more important than anything else. How you feel about you. And at the risk of sounding like somebody's mama, because I am, let this be the message you needed to get when you didn't get it, when you were feeling down, if you were feeling low about yourself. Just know that you are an awesome and amazing person, and it's okay for you to believe that. It's okay for you to know that. It's okay for you to be that, act that way. Tell me more, Spirit. It says pause. If you're feeling unsure about a decision, there's probably a good reason. Take your time and think it through. There's no need to rush. Allow your heart's wisdom to guide you. If you feel pressured to act immediately, it's probably a sign that this isn't the right opportunity. Don't worry, because more opportunities will come along, and the right ones will fit like a gorgeous glove. Let me explain something to you about this with the pause. In this day and age where there's AI, there's scammers, there's salespeople, right? Um, I want you to consider that if someone comes to you with an answer, I'm sorry, with an offer of some sort, but you have a short window to respond, 9 times out of 10 is not the offer you should take, because either it is good for you or it's not. But 9 times out of 10, anything rush, anything shit fast don't last. Okay, like people approach you, hey, join my school, sign up for these loans, and next thing you know, you're in a mountain of debt because it was an offer you just couldn't refuse. You had to take it now. Somebody get you into a deal or something, right? Make you purchase something. Oh, this is the only day the price gonna be that way. And, you know, we have coupons for a reason, and yes, they have expiration dates and things like that. But when you are immediately rushed in something that you haven't had the time to consider, or somebody is pressuring you for a date and a time of something that is not a bill, not even anything. Shit, it could be a bill, but it's not something you need to be worried about or concerned about. You just had some interest. Take your time and pause. We got a lot of stuff out there where people want to trick folks into doing things. Take your time. Everything will be in divine timing. Don't wait forever. Do your due diligence. Move to the energy of what it is that you want, but don't let anybody pressure you into moving quickly. And it says, be mindful with your money, honey. Yeah, that coincides with that, right? It says, are you spending above your means? Avoiding the reality of your bank account. Shopping to numb any negative feelings or pain. It may be time to clean up your relationship with money. Let go of the fear and the shame around your finances. And take responsibility for your future today. Any unwise decision you've made in the past are behind you. Seek guidance where needed and keep the big old picture of your financial well-being in mind. Remember, money saved is money earned. Invest your money wisely. Make that money work for you. These savings accounts aren't the best as far as like gaining any interest on your money, right? There's some with higher yield or interest rates and others not so much. So find ways to invest your money to make your money make more for you. But also be careful and cautious where you put your money. Okay, crazy sexy notes. That's a wrap. Oh, Akashic Records. Alright, we gonna get a few Akashic Records and then we done. Anybody wanting a reading, please follow the pinned comments. Black Cherry has put them up and they are pinned. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. It's time. Just like you sprucing up your nest. It's just time to release things you no longer need. It could be catching dust. It could be friends and family that just take up too much emotional space, but they don't add anything to your life. I would just say detach from them. I'm not saying you never talk to them ever in life again, but detach from it. Maybe you have a habit of, I don't know, dilly-dallying with a cousin. Like, you always with this cousin, and y'all just shoot the breeze, and nothing productive ever happens, and you realize you waste a lot of time with that person. It's no harm, no foul, but it's time to detach. Time to let that go. Especially if it's anything that's hindering you towards your future. It's time to be like, you know what? Cuz I gotta go do something else today. And then start making moves to do that something else. Tell me more, Spirit. Strategy and planning. Your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. It's given 7 of Swords energy, but the strategic part. It's time. Like if you, let's just say you have a business plan, time to start it. If you plan on moving with a significant other, it's time to plan. Like, well, okay, how am I getting to work? Do I have a job where I'm going? Um, how are we sharing responsibilities? How are we sharing finances? Like, what are we doing? Plan, strategize. What makes the most sense? Tell me more, Spirit. All right, self love. It says you are worthy. Look, you are good enough. It says you are worthy and deserving all the abundance in the universe. Treat yourself with the love and respect you desire, and others will follow suit. Time to love yourself. Tell me more, Spirit. Reflection. You are being asked to reflect on your recent choices. What lessons have they taught you? Reflection is the mirror to the soul. I'm sorry, the mirror to the soul's growth. Use it to deepen your understanding and intuition. Yeah, it's time to sit in reflection. That's one of the first things I said to y'all at the beginning of the live. What are you, what seed are you planting for your life? What are you releasing, and what definitely cannot go with you into your next chapter? You know, somebody said to me, anger. I don't need to take anger with me in this next chapter. I need to learn how to release my anger. And that's powerful because there's all kinds of deep seated reasons why somebody would be angry. And then also the awareness or the reflection that emotion is not necessarily needed where they're going, what they're focused on. Tell me. Break free. Likely outcome. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it is very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. I literally said almost that verbatim earlier, and I didn't even know that was on the card. But it's time. What's the bottom of the deck? Okay, so the overall energy is to not be stuck in fear. It says you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about all that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway, right? So do it anyway. If you're scared, still do it. I don't mean not do your due diligence, but taking a leap of faith on what you truly desire, love, and you know is good for you, take that leap of faith. Don't stay stuck in fear. Don't let that entrap you. Because fear is a trap, okay? When they say false evidence appearing real, fear is a trap. Fear keeps you stuck. Fear makes you think everything that could go wrong will go wrong instead of anything that could go right will. You can't get anything done in fear because it'll make you freeze, fawn, you know? But take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Spirit wants you to break free, detach from situations, reflect, and offer yourself compassion and self-love. Know that you are good enough. Okay? You've had some conflicts that are starting to be resolved with you moving along, because prosperity lies ahead. You have a new start coming. Even though it's a challenge, you can get there. You just have to have confidence, because confidence is your key to success. Meditate and contemplate what your next moves are. There's several cards here about pausing, right, to think things through. Many of you already have, but it's about pausing to really be reflective, pensive about life. What does it mean to you? What does this circumstance mean to you? What is worthy of coming into my next chapter, and what is it that I need to throw away? You're going to have to get clear on that so that you can flourish, grow. So take it how it resonate, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. Knowing that that is an energetic donation to the channel. It costs you nothing. Means everything to the channel, and we definitely appreciate it. If that is no one else wants a reading, I'm going to close out the reading. We'll see if I'll be back. You know, it's a winter break, y'all. Like I told y'all, and I'm going to keep reminding folks in case, somebody pops up that hasn't been on the live, that I don't make any more promises right now of what days I'm for sure. I mean, I want to be here every Sunday and Thursday and in between, but some days I'm not going to be able to do it because I got a lot going on and I got to honor that. And so sometimes I can't be here. I don't get paid for this, so this is not a job for me. I do this because I love to read cards. If I ever monetize, that might change the energy, may change my obligation. But for now, I'm a free agent to do what I need to do. And so I appreciate y'all. Again, y'all have a good night, and I'll see you